was before we started.
We have arrived.
Well, we were lucky we didn't have it.
It's a surprise. No, walk again.
Oh, what?
See you.
It's just that I haven't been here. I have arrived. Welcome to my little home away from home in Venice. So I have a small bathroom with a bidet. Sofa bed. Kitchen area, space. And then a small room, bedroom, double bed. And I am wiped out, so I am going to take a shower. Okay, now that I'm freshened up, fresh clothes, shower, I feel like a human again. Now it's time to go find a SIM chip for my phone so that I can actually call and text and data. These are fun times. And funny enough, I have a gray one of these, but this is in the Airbnb that I'm in, and I think it was just a leftover, so I might just take it with me because I like this color. It works better. So I'm gonna have to go out a second time because I did go out and find some things I needed. In fact, I'll show you my little bounty. I got a couple bottles of water because you need to stock up on fresh water. And I ended up getting 2 of these style bags, perfect for your phone, some money, ID card. And I also got it in this really pretty beige color, which I'll take it out of the plastic later and show you. But my favorite find, because it's that time of year, figs. Fiki. Black. Neri. And these cost me less than €9, which the conversion dollar to euro is like 1 to 1, if not stronger. These things are bigger than the size of the palm of my hand. See these figs? They're huge and they're plump. And there's the palm of my hand. Huge. Delicious. If you didn't know, figs are one of my favorite fruits. So when I get a hold of figs, I can eat them by the kilos. So I got more than 2 kilos because they were, I think, €6.50 per kilo. Oh yeah. It's like jelly. It's like jelly and it's so yummy in my belly. Best time of the year. And this isn't super sweet. So they should be getting sweeter. So a little fun fact, about 22 years ago, the very first time I had figs with prosciutto, I fell in love. Now I no longer eat pork, but I assure you, everybody talks about prosciutto e melone, you know, the prosciutto with the melon. It's the flavor of the salty and the sweet and the moist. Let me tell you, with figs, it's even better. But I don't do that anymore. I just eat the figs now. Fig number 2. Yummy in my tummy. It's so good. Like, if you've never had a fresh fig, I don't know how people could eat the dried ones because they're like night and day. And they're so much better when they're fresh and moist. So here's a side-by-side of these. You can wear them over the shoulder, across body. It's just simple because honestly, it's magnetic and it's the perfect size for big phones or small phones. And you have 2 sides, so you could put your money on one side along with your ID, maybe something small. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's perfect. Just what I need, so I don't have to carry the big bag. I wasn't kidding when I said these are my favorite. And the third one's the best. The juiciest. And the most plump. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right, let's head outdoor and let's actually go find ourselves a sim chip. And let me grab my hat. Bellissimo. Oh, la lenta. So I would like to say I accomplished a lot more than I did, but there's a lot you didn't see. From the time I left the airport, I was lugging my luggage, and I'll be straight up. All I could think was, boy, now I wish I did pack lighter, because especially in Venice, I forgot about going over the bridges and having to lug it up the bridges. So when I finally got to my Ali Laguna stop, it wasn't as close as I would have liked it to be, and I had to go up and down stairs and across canals. Fortunately, I did have some assistance. I had some nice, strong men that came to my rescue. But ultimately, now I wish I had packed lighter. But things will get lighter because you use your toiletries, which do carry a lot of weight, as well as supplements. So imagine when I got back to the Airbnb, which I was about 20 minutes later than I anticipated, Sara was waiting for me, very patient. She showed me around and she said if I need anything to reach out to her. I was drenched. I was so drenched. It was not funny. And I needed a shower and I needed to kind of like shake off the travel energy because that's basically what happens. You got to just shake it off. Energetically, we pick up stuff. You got to be aware of that. Like one of the things I've been wanting to do is talk about in my videos is how if you feel drained when you're around people, pay attention to whether you're somebody who technically holds that higher vibration. And if those other people are tugging on you, the push-pull energy. Meaning if you're known as the peacekeeper, you're always trying to be positive and you're surrounded by people who are in the negative or in their stories, and it's not a bad thing, it's just an awareness. Acknowledge how there's also a resistance within you that creates this rub with the other person, because inevitably when people are really stuck in those lower vibrations, in those stories, they want to take you down with them, not in a negative way, but to make them feel better. And it's just a pattern, it's just a habit. But because we're always trying to stay at a certain level, it's exhausting. So if you find yourself being physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted, take that into consideration and notice where you need to schlep off the energies because you gotta cleanse it off. Consider it energetic hygiene. You take a shower, you brush your teeth, you exercise, you eat certain foods. And you also have to be aware and conscious of the people you surround yourself with, the allowing of people into your sacred space. Because sometimes we just do it out of loyalty, out of habit, because they've always been part of our life, when really it's time for them to go. And that's been a big challenge for me over the course of my life, because I go through waves. Like I start growing and I grow out of the circles and the people that are in my life because they're not keeping up. And it's sad because it makes my life lonely sometimes. But the more I'm aware of it, the more I can deal with it better. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's still a challenge. It's a change. Any change is like death. So when people go out of your life, you have to mourn the loss of those people, of those patterns, of those habits, of those routines, of what you are used to. And anytime we have change in our life, we have to recognize the grief and the loss around it. So I am going through this whole metamorphosis right now of like this reclaiming parts of me that always worked, and also integrating the new aspects of me and just melding them, alchemizing them, just really turning myself back into this other form of a butterfly. Like I've gone through so many changes over the course of my life, I can't even keep up. But I can assure you, it just keeps getting more exciting. All right, so let me show you around. I'm not really organized, and there's not as much closet space as I had anticipated with all the armadios, the wardrobes I saw in the pictures. So I'm a little disappointed in that aspect. I only have like a handful of hangers, and I used to pay a lot less for staying in Venice, and this time it's a whole, you know what? It is what it is, and I'm here, and that's all that matters. But let me show you. Don't judge me. All right, so I've got some things tossed over here just to get them out of the suitcase, but essentially I've got a couple throws, I've got my supplement section, a couple note journals, bathing suits, hair stuff, just little goodies that I carry. My carry-on essentially normally has my underwear and expensive stuff, anything I don't want to check into the checked baggage that could get rummaged or taken, stolen. And in my suitcase, in my suitcase, I still have a whole lot stacked. See, when I fold and pack my suitcase, I put it in layers so that everything keeps from getting wrinkled too much. I hung some items up, and over here, the only area where I said I have literally a handful of hangers. So there's 6 hangers in here, and what I wore on my trip, basically, my linen suit and a dress I wanted to hang up for possibly a party tomorrow because the Venice Film Festival is going on, and that's why I'm here. And this is the bed I'll be sleeping on. So I'm exhausted, and I was going to go try to find some place to eat tonight. You know what I'm craving is a risotto al radicchio. Risotto al radicchio, which is the famous Treviso radicchio, or chicory root, right? The chicory. Absolutely delicious. And I just started getting exhausted sitting down and trying to find something. And I was like, I didn't get my cell phone chip. I'll get that tomorrow morning. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to bed early tonight. So I get a fresh start to the day tomorrow and just get some things done. I'm just tired. It's been a long trip. And fortunately, I didn't eat too much so my body can heal, because that's a lot. But the bonus is I got figs. I don't need to go out to eat. My body likes figs. All right, I think that's enough for today. I'm going to go cleanse my face and get ready for bed. If you enjoy this content and you want to know more, ask me some questions in the comments. You're here for the ride, so if you got curiosity, let me know and I will share whatever I can. I have lots of experience. And one of the other things is I want to inspire you to get out of your comfort zone and to live your life more authentically, realistically, and alive. Get out there. What are you waiting for? Life is happening whether you participate or not. And that's your choice and your superpower. I love you very much. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, be kind, and pay it forward. I love you.